Good evening, everyone. I'm Monica Justice, and welcome to Low Country News. Today is July 3rd, 2026.
And I'm Warren Truth. We have an outstanding show today, and let's not wait 1 second further. Up next, local news.
Fireworks shows are planned to celebrate the 4th of July. News 4's Nick Bass spoke to medical experts who have some do's and don'ts for enjoying fireworks safely.
Fireworks are a big part of celebrating Independence Day, but medical experts encourage everyone to think before they spark the fuse.
Many families enjoy setting off fireworks, but Dr. Logan Wolford explains how that fun can turn into danger quickly.
The 4th of July holiday is a risky holiday for firework injuries, and we see a lot of injuries to the hands, to the faces, to the ears.
Dr. Wolford says they treat many kids under 15 and young adults due to firework accidents. One of the biggest reasons for young adults, alcohol consumption.
And a lot of times this is very dangerous when mixed with alcohol and drugs. Never using fireworks under those circumstances. That's primarily one of the largest reasons young adults are implicated in firework-related injuries.
Dr. Wolford says although some cases involve negligence, that's not always the case.
A lot of times people are trying to do the right thing, inadvertently think that they're trying to help in a situation, so a firework doesn't go off, and they think they've waited long enough, and they have not.
And don't judge the danger of the firework by the size of it.
Really small fireworks are just as dangerous as large ones, and sparklers specifically, they typically burn it in the 1,000 to 2,000 degree range, which is hot enough to melt metal.
Now, medical experts say staying safe doesn't only include being careful with fireworks, but taking in plenty of water this holiday. In Mount Pleasant, I'm Nick Bass, News 4.
Well, the city of North Charleston has launched a new initiative to rewrite its zoning ordinance and regulations with a Unified Development Ordinance, or UDO. It would be the first time it's being rewritten since the city became incorporated in 1972, replacing the current ordinance adopted back in 1974. News 4's Jesse Klinger spoke with city leadership about the project and what residents need to know. Jesse?
Tessa, city staff say North Charleston's population is expected to grow by 30,000 residents during the next 10 to 15 years, and the Unified Development Ordinance would become the new rulebook as to what can be built where and how.
This is a generational project. This is an opportunity for the city to really set the tone for the next 50 years.
The Unified Development Ordinance aims to make zoning rules and regulations clear, concise, comprehensive, and more user-friendly to help guide future growth.
More people coming here to live in North Charleston, that just makes the family bigger, but we have to make adjustments in our communities, in our neighborhoods, to be able to provide equal opportunities for everyone.
We need to be prepared to handle that growth, and this project is that opportunity to get that right and to accommodate growth and improve the built environment that we all live in and pass through every day.
The UDO builds off of the city's 2020 Comprehensive Plan, which was recently reviewed last year, and transportation initiatives.
We also have the LCRT, the Low Country Rapid Transit Line. And that is going to be a driving force in the development of the city and the Rivers Avenue corridor. We can do a lot just by rewriting the rule book as to how that development occurs moving forward.
City officials say the large-scale planning efforts look to improve quality of life.
Our mission is to make sure we take care of our number one priority. That's our citizens. That's the number one goal.
The UDO has a long bureaucratic process ahead, and city leaders promise transparency along the way.
It will have to go through the whole thing. You know, all of the committees, all of the councils, all of the boards. Our intent is to meet people where they're at, and going forward in the future, give people the opportunity to talk to us so that we can listen to them.
Staff hope to have the new ordinance adopted next summer in 2027 and plan to hold numerous community meetings over the next year to ensure that residents' voices are being heard. Jesse Klinger, News 4.
Thousands expected to fill Charleston Harbor to watch 4th of July fireworks tomorrow night. And while Harbor Patrol wants everyone to enjoy the show, they say getting home safely is really important.
Yeah, from security zones to extra patrols, officers say a little planning can go a really long way toward keeping the celebration safe for everyone. News 4's Jane Caroline Fusco spent the day out on the water with Charleston Harbor Patrol. Jane, what's the biggest message they have for everyone as we head into the weekend?
Well, officers say come early, enjoy the show, but don't rush home. They say that their biggest concerns start when the fireworks show ends and everyone heads to the boat ramp all at the same time. Before fireworks can light the sky, Harbor Patrol is making sure everything on the water is ready to go. Officers escorted the fireworks barge into place earlier today, where it will stay under 24-hour security until tomorrow night's show.
You can see they're placing their spuds down to lock in the barge. Myself and this officer and several others from the Charleston Metro Marine will be providing 24-hour security to keep the public away from a safe distance from it.
Once the shows begin, boaters can still move through the harbor as long as they stay out of the safety zones around fireworks barges. Officers will also be watching for impaired boaters and remind everyone to keep their navigation lights on after dark.
I highly encourage take your time. There is no rush to get back to the boat landing. We want everybody to be safe. Last thing you want to do is see me coming on blue lights, having to respond to an injured person call because their boat wrecked into something that was pretty much avoidable.
And with thousands of people expected on the water, Harbor Patrol says this takes much more than a few extra officers and boats. It's a coordinated effort that starts before the first firework is ever launched.
It's a lot of logistics. A lot of people are getting pulled out here to work this. This is not an easy job out here.
And by this time tomorrow, the harbor will be packed with people celebrating the 4th of July. But officers say they're going to be right there with them, making sure the night goes off as safely as it possibly can.
Well, Jane, it's going to be a hot weekend, and with people on the water, somebody really could have a medical emergency in the middle of the harbor.
Yeah, and what should people do if someone does have an emergency out there, Jane?
Well, enforcement agencies tell me that they're going to have control out here, law enforcement, fire boats, and EMS crews out here to help people if they need help. You can, of course, call 911 or tune into channel VHF, channel 16, to get in touch with first responders. Back to you guys.
All right, good advice, Jane.
All right, everyone, the big day is tomorrow, America 250. Hope everyone has an amazing time and stay safe. Up next, Worldwide News.
On World News Tonight, America's 250th. We're high atop New York Harbor here, the torch of the Statue of Liberty, as ABC News celebrates the wonders of this country.
Tonight, President Trump celebrating America 250 at Mount Rushmore. The White House now suggesting tonight that President Trump's face should be up there too. Here's Mary Bruce.
Tonight, as President Trump heads out to Mount Rushmore, the White House now suggesting his face should be right up there too. A spokesperson telling ABC News there would be no better addition to the iconic Mount Rushmore than the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald Trump.
Mount Rushmore will stand forever as an eternal tribute to our forefathers and to our freedom.
Trump has long hinted he belongs on the monument, posting back in 2020, "Sounds like a good idea to me." Recently sharing images of his own face next to Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln. Tonight's trip kicking off a whirlwind 24 hours for the president. Though his Great American State Fair in Washington was paused today due to the scorching heat, Trump says his big speech tomorrow on the National Mall will go on, though the feels-like temperature could hit 111 degrees.
On July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything.
Now, as for Mount Rushmore, David, the park has previously said there isn't enough space to add anyone else, but the Interior Secretary says there's certainly more room. David.
Mary Bruce at the White House tonight. Mary, we'll see you for our coverage here tomorrow. Thanks, Mayor. Now to a disturbing new body camera video just released tonight of that deadly alligator attack in Seminole County, Florida. A woman killed when that alligator attacked, biting both arms. Victor Akendo with the video tonight that shows that urgent effort to try to save her.
Tonight, newly released body camera video shows deputies racing to the scene of that deadly alligator attack in Central Florida.
Where are we?
A woman swimming in 3 feet of water, horrifically injured.
It's that.
Officials say 31-year-old Brittany Clark was bitten on both arms Sunday at Little Big Econ State Forest outside Orlando. Her boyfriend calling 911.
Real bad, please, hurry. We need to stop the blood.
Friends prying Clark from the alligator's mouth, then bringing her to shore. She later died at the hospital. The attack, the third one in Central Florida in 1 week. On a GoFundMe page, Clark's family calling her an amazing and fun-loving soul, adding, "Please pray for our family as we navigate through this tragic journey."
David, as officials investigate, samples were taken from 2 alligators that were captured and killed near the site of the attack. David?
Just a horrific scene. Victor, thank you. With America set to mark the 4th and America 250 tomorrow, tonight here an exclusive look at the security. In some places, in fact, undercover officials will be in the crowds with radiation detection equipment. Pierre Thomas shows us.
Tonight, ahead of America's 250th birthday, ABC News granted exclusive access to security preparations aimed at protecting large-scale celebrations from New York City to the nation's capital. Watch as this F-16 fighter jet blasts off from Joint Base Andrews in pursuit of this Cessna, which has entered restricted airspace as part of a training exercise conducted by the U.S. Coast Guard and NORAD. Within minutes, the Cessna is intercepted, with NORAD making it clear, turn around, or be shot down. In another exercise, I'm on the helicopter being pursued.
You can see the Washington Monument. That patch of land right there during Independence Day needs to be the most secure on the planet.
Private boats banned from a 3-mile stretch of the Potomac on the 4th. And for the first time ever, everyone entering the National Mall will have to go through security checkpoints, including magnetometers. And the FBI deploying anti-drone technology, including portable radar systems like this.
You have violated a no-fly zone.
From the FBI's perspective, this next 2 or 3 weeks is an all-hands-on deck.
David, no credible threat has been identified, but authorities know it's a very dangerous threat environment. There will even be undercover officials walking amid the crowds with radiation detection equipment.
Let's just have a safe day tomorrow. And Pierre Thomas tonight. Pierre, thank you.
All right, everyone. We have a chance at scattered thunderstorms over the weekend and the next upcoming days. Let's move ahead to additional weather.
We are back on solid ground, but we are very excited to take you right up to the top of the Statue of Liberty, the top of the torch tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. But first, the news tonight, and we begin here with the life-threatening heat wave and now the shark warnings tonight. News of a shark attack outside New York City. More than 180 million Americans in 28 states under extreme heat alerts at this hour. The heat index, the feel-like readings at 101 tomorrow. Philadelphia will feel like 105, 108 in D.C., 110 in Norfolk. Already tonight, New York City feels like 105 degrees. Multiple shark attacks and sightings outside New York City and down the coast. A swimmer attacked today at Jones Beach on Long Island. Another large shark caught just miles away. And tonight, with this extreme heat news coming in, severe storms, a storm hitting and a boat capsizing. This is Geneva Lake in Wisconsin. The dangerous heat now having an impact on events planned for tomorrow on the 4th of July. The Great American State Fair on the National Mall postponed today for a time due to the heat. Philadelphia canceling its Independence Parade tomorrow. Lee Goldberg standing by with the forecast, and ABC's Matt Rivers leads us off tonight with the warnings from authorities on this heat and now these shark concerns too.
Tonight, with 180 million people sweltering under a brutal heat dome, looking for relief this 4th of July weekend, some beaches turning into a nightmare. A swimmer bitten by a shark at New York's Jones Beach. This image appearing to show the victim being carried away by lifeguards, later rushed to the hospital. Reporter Krista McNally from our New York station, WABC, on the scene.
A swimmer was bit on his left foot here at Jones Beach this afternoon. People were immediately ordered to get out of the water for an hour. We spoke with swimmers who were in there at the time, didn't even realize what happened.
I was kind of close to the guy, and then I just see him getting up, and then he's holding his foot, and then people came and got him. And then they were everyone get out.
Just a few miles east of that shark attack, fishermen reeling in this large shark thrashing in the surf at Gilgo Beach. And just 24 hours ago, a 9-foot-long shark spotted at Point Lookout Beach on Long Island.
Someone came up to the lifeguard and said, "Shark."
Also tonight, a deadly tragedy on Geneva Lake in Wisconsin.
Boat is capsized, 3 people missing.
Authorities say 3 people were killed, 7 more rescued after a boat overturned. Powerful storms had just moved through that area. It comes as the life-threatening heat is peaking in the Northeast. New York City feeling like 105 degrees. Heavy demand and equipment problems straining the electric grid, knocking out power to 60,000 customers in the Bronx. New York's mayor urging residents to set their thermostats at 78 degrees.
This is very serious. These temperatures are dangerous.
Those dangerous temperatures forcing major changes to 4th of July events nationwide. In Philadelphia, where it felt like 111 today, officials taking the dramatic step of canceling the Independence Day parade in the city where America was born. Empty floats pulled off the streets.
Attention, fairgoers. The event has been postponed.
And in the nation's capital, the Great American State Fair postponed due to heat. First responders treating people for heat-related illnesses, others huddling under a replica of President Trump's triumphal arch for shade. In Central Florida today near Daytona Beach, dangerous rip currents leading to more than 120 water rescues and more than 100 tall ships arriving in New York Harbor. Thousands of people turning out for the unprecedented display of everything from sailboats to warships, all to celebrate America's 250th birthday. And David, this relentless heat wave is fueling a surge in visits to the ER, and it likely won't let up until Sunday. And as people head to the beaches this weekend for the holiday, those shark attacks do remain a concern. One today here in New York, another one earlier this week in Georgia. David?
Yeah, we just want everyone to be safe. And as you point out, Matt, the cumulative effect of this heat, we got to keep an eye out for our neighbors. Thank you. Let's get right to senior meteorologist Lee Goldberg back with us tonight. Lee?
All right, David, so suffocating heat here in New York. Still feels like 101, and that's sparking storms. We have a severe thunderstorm watch here till 11 o'clock at night. Big storms from basically Syracuse over to Detroit. There is a tornado warning west of Rockford, Illinois, and flash flooding going on in Nashville. The heat tomorrow, similar spots from the Midwest to the East Coast, although you're seeing some relief in upstate New York, New England, Northern Great Lakes, but still feeling like 110 places like Norfolk, up to D.C. and Philly. Very hot. New York, too, at 101. And the problem is there are more storms tomorrow night that could impact fireworks displays from, let's say, D.C. to Philly, New York, maybe down to Richmond, a level 2 out of 5 severe risk. So in terms of the 4th, you're talking about scattered storms and heat in the east, drier in the west, but we have to watch out for fireworks that could spark wildfires. But you know what? If you have storms in the area or if you have extreme heat, just like we said last night, you can come inside and be with us all day on America 250, the ABC special. David, I know you've been working on that for weeks and months.
Months now, and the whole team ready to go. Thanks, Lee, for that.
I'm a huge 49ers fan, and I hope we win the Super Bowl this year. Let's go Niners. Up next, sport.
Low Country Sports News Alert.
According to Shams, Philly may be in the market for LeBron James. Take a listen.
The Sixers are pitching LeBron James and his agent Rich Paul at Clutch Sports in the wake of getting Jaylen Brown aboard. We know the face of this team, Tyrese Maxey, he has a relationship with LeBron James. But listen, the Sixers are a late inclusion in this process. Over the last 24, 48 hours, teams around the league that I speak to, this has been Cleveland, Golden State, Miami, as far as the teams that make the most logical sense for LeBron James. There's always going to be one or two others, right? A team like the Sixers.
NBA remains on LeBron James' watch after he informed the Lakers earlier this week that he will play season 24 elsewhere. And it's been a busy offseason to date. The Lakers looking to move towards the future. On June 24th, we found out that Austin Reeves intends to sign a 4-year max deal. Then it was Tuesday this week. LeBron let the Lakers know they could move on without him as he is leaving the organization to become a free agent. And on Wednesday, the Lakers made a flurry of signings and trades, most notably trading 2 first-round picks and throwing in 2 first-round pick swaps for Utah center Walker Kessler. We bring in our guy Joe Fortenbaugh into the mix with Kendrick Perkins and David Dennis Jr. So it's currently constructed.
There's no audience.
Hold on. So as currently constructed, is this Lakers roster better today than it was when LeBron James was playing?
No, maybe they'll get there in the future, but you're losing a lot of key things here. Number one, he can still play. He might not be elite, but he can still play. He's also coming at a discount to wherever he's going to go, so the value he adds to a team on a cost per basis is going to be extraordinary. We just watched Jaylen Brown get moved out of Boston because in part of how much he costs. LeBron's going to be so cheap, he's going to come out as one of the most valuable players in the NBA this year. So that's number one. Number two, the interest level in the Lakers plummets with him gone. Plummets. It's still the Lakers. We're still interested, but we're not nearly as interested. And if we're not nearly as interested, tickets, jerseys, all that stuff goes out the window. And then number three, who takes all the heat every time something goes wrong in LA? Whether it's his fault or not, LeBron's been your bulletproof shield for the better part of a decade. That's not going to happen anymore. Everybody else who's been able to hide behind LeBron, now all of a sudden, you're going to be in the spotlight. Heat's coming for you. So no, not better off today now that LeBron's gone.
Bom, tem sido assim desde que entrei na seleção com 18 anos. Sempre fui assim, não vai mudar. Eu estou sempre de corpo e alma para ajudar a seleção a alcançar os seus objetivos. Jogando ou não jogando, terei sempre um papel importante nesta seleção. Terminarei, como disse há uns anos atrás, quando eu quiser, não quando vocês quiserem. Acho que é uma perdida de tempo vocês sempre fazerem a mesma pergunta, é o último. Bom, é 23 anos que vocês tentam me matar. Mas isso já perceberam que não vale a pena. É waste of time. Não vale a pena. Tentam. Não vale a pena. Não vale a pena. E é uma questão que eu estou completamente acostumado. Há uns que gostam mais, uns que gostam menos. Faz parte. Eu também tenho as minhas preferências. Qual é a outra pergunta que tu disseste? A mensagem para os portugueses é sempre... É os que estão em Portugal e os que estão cá, esses são fiéis, esses não falham, estão sempre do nosso lado, estão sempre do meu lado, todo o resto é garbage, não conta para nada. Não me falta nada na vida. Deus foi muito generoso comigo e deu-me tudo aquilo que nunca esperei ganhar, principalmente na seleção. E a nível pessoal o mesmo. Por isso é desfrutar de cada momento. Eu não vou ser mais cristiano por ganhar o Mundial ou vou ser menos cristiano se não ganhar o Mundial. Obviamente que todos estamos aqui com esperança, e eu principalmente, todas as competições que eu entro para tentar ganhar. Mas sabemos que vai ser só um que vai ganhar, não pode haver nem dois nem três. Por isso é desfrutar, não pensar no dia da manhã, desfrutar dia a dia. Foi isso que é algo que eu aprendi. Se uma das coisas que a idade te dá é maturidade e experiência e relativizar e suavizar muitas das coisas, estarei feliz, sabes? Eu não puedo poner presión a mí mismo, llegar al final de mi carrera y saber tienes que ganar, tienes la obligación de ganar. No, sea lo que Dios quiera, sabes? Es desfrutar cada día, desfrutar cada partido, disfrutar numa gran competición como es el Mundial. Y creo, a par de algunas opiniones diferentes de vosotros, que no estoy así tan mal. Ya he hecho 3 goles, a otros que hicieron más porque están muy bien, pero yo no estoy mal, creo. Hay que seguir, a ver si gano mañana y marco un golito. Es disfrutar al máximo posible, que sea el último mundial, que va a ser mi último mundial, y disfrutar día a día. Ojalá, que no sea mañana mi último partido, ojalá. Así vosotros me pueden matar un poco más. Intentar matar.
All right, everyone. For Low Country News, I'm Monica Justice.
And I'm Warren Truth. Please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to True Perspective 843. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, and see you tomorrow.